Hey, it's Jeff Lang with the Level Up Group at Keller Williams. Today I'm going to answer two questions. Number one is, what's the impact that the upcoming recession may have on the housing market? And also, is the Bay Area specifically, are we in a housing bubble? So first of all, when we look at recent recessions, so we'll look at the last 6 recessions, as you can see in the graph, there's only been one significant downturn in the housing market, and that was a completely housing-driven recession, right? This was 14 years ago when people were getting loans without credit checks, they had no money down. It was a very, very risky and very speculative housing market. We're in a completely different environment right now, so that's not going to be part of this factor. And the other markets, there was one that was basically a nominal blip down, and the other 4 recessions, the housing market actually went up. So there's nothing to indicate that if there is an upcoming recession, that will have any kind of negative impact on housing. Second question I get all the time is, are we in a housing bubble? Are prices separate from the recession? Are we going to be in a big correction here? What's interesting is there was an article that came out recently that said in the major markets, 44% of the major markets were overpriced by at least 30%. That's pretty significant. And if you think about it, those are going to be the markets where people left the more urban centers and they went to live in still very desirable areas, but maybe not as expensive areas. So the markets that have gotten a lot of attention, markets like Boise, Austin, Miami, etc., those have become very, very overpriced markets. So as an example, Boise is considered the most overpriced market in the country right now. Boise is overpriced, according to this article, by 75%, Austin by 66%, Vegas by about 60%. Let's compare that to the Bay Area. There's a little bit of variability, just a little bit, depending on what county we're looking at, but really, for the most part, the Bay Area is overpriced by only 2 to 6%. So we are in a very, very desirable area. And in fact, a lot of people who left the Bay Area during the pandemic have returned. Phenomenal job market and a great quality of life. You can't get that anywhere else. So I appreciate you tuning in. I look forward to answering any questions you may have and connecting with you soon. Thanks.